We are on our first organized group ride. Super stoked. We have a lot of people that actually showed up, a lot more than I thought. I am starting this out a little different. I'm not on a Super 73. I'm actually out walking my dog Dewey. This is still a Super 73 video because I want to talk to you guys about the group ride that we held over the last weekend. And it was a great turnout. A friend of mine and myself, actually you've met him before on this channel. He's the one who we did the unboxing of the RX, and he's been in several videos. We decided to see what the E community was like in the town that we live in. And I want to share this video with you. My plan was to do kind of like a ride and talk, but as being one of the event organizers, I had to make sure that everyone was sticking together, having a good time, and that everybody knew what the plan was. So it turned out I was more focused on that than anything. So anyway, back to the story. My buddy and I decided to throw together a group ride and just see who showed up. We kind of opened it up to any e-vehicle, which I'm not going to say was a mistake. There's just different capabilities for different vehicles. Like for instance, you know, Super 73s, they can easily cruise along at 20, top speed 30. Then we had some people show up on some OneWheels. And if you're just starting out on a one wheel or you don't have a ton of experience, then of course you're gonna take it slow. You don't want to be mobbing through going like 15 miles an hour or whatever if you're brand new. So we had some scooters and we had some other e-bikes. Now I was surprised to find out that 16 people showed up for the event in our community. And some of the other e-bike group rides that I've seen, like in California, like LA, San Diego, places like that, you know, you see like 30, 40, 50, maybe even 100 people in those. So we just kind of wanted to see who in our community would show up. And I think it was a good turnout for the first one. In fact, there were even more people that couldn't. We could have got closer to 20. A couple of our regular buddies couldn't come out. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Anyway, we started out at this little park and ride type area, and we decided to go along the little river parkway. Now the town that I live in is Ogden, Utah. It's one of the prettiest towns in America, if I say so myself. And this parkway follows along the Ogden River. That was another learning experience for us, as the parkway is not very wide. There's a lot of pedestrians, a lot of skateboarders, regular bikers on that. And so to really be able to open it up, you can't really do it on that parkway. Now, I've ridden that parkway several times, and when it's just me and a handful of friends, it's not too bad, but when you get a cluster of 15 or 16 people, it can really slow you down. But everyone was patient and understanding and super respectful, not only to the group, but to those who were along the trail. So we followed the parkway for quite some distance, but there's this cool sign that goes over kind of the main dragon town that shows Ogden, Utah. It's like a welcome to Ogden sign. So I wanted to make sure that we got a picture in front of that. So we all lined up in front of it on the side of the street. Show the picture right here. We snapped that photo. It really captured the essence of what we were up to. We had the whole group together right there, and it was really cool. And then we continued on along the parkway. A couple of the one-wheelers hadn't fully charged their one-wheels, so they actually cut out early. They said they'd meet us at our other stopping point, but turned out that they didn't quite make it there, but that's okay. Hopefully they can catch another one-wheel meetup or our next casual meetup. But we decided to ride out around this pond that's on the west side of town. Just kind of check that out before we made our way back into town and cruised along through the city. Now, another shot that I had in mind was of us lined up in front of the old train station in downtown Ogden. And so we made our way towards that. But before we made it to the Union Station, my wife, who was riding a bike that we rented. And let me pause the story there for just 1 minute. So I have every intention of getting my wife a Super 73, but because so many of you have actually purchased a Super 73 through my link down below, and I'll put it across the screen right here as well, I'm building up some credits so I can just buy her one outright through the referrals, which if you buy through my link, you get $100 off and I get $50 towards Super73.com. Now, Super73's referral program is a little backwards, so I actually made a video about how it works. You can't stack your credits, so I'm going to send them an email. Hopefully they'll stack them for me and send me a special invoice like one of their support agents said, but I digress. I want to get my wife a Super 73 because we ended up having to rent a bike from a local e-bike company called Pedigo. And I'll be straight up honest, it was just terrible. The seat was uncomfortable. Top speed was only like 20 miles an hour. The brakes weren't very well maintained, so even at 20, it had a hard time stopping. But she was kind of at that halfway point, feeling pretty miserable, so we decided to trade. So she actually jumped on my S2, and you'll see in the video that my handlebars changed to the Pedigo because I switched with my wife. She jumped on my S2 and I took the torture for the second half of the ride. And that's, you know, I don't want to make a video with the Pedigo in it, but I do want to share one shot after we took the picture, which I'll show right here in front of the Union Station with the whole group, sans the two people on the OneWheels. I had this vision of just mobbing down kind of the main street. It's called 25th Street here in Ogden as a group and kind of turning heads. It was a Friday night, so it was pretty busy along the street. There's several restaurants and bars and things to do there. So we gathered together in the middle of the street, ride down it, turn some heads. It was a lot of fun. People were yelling out to us, honking. We were honking our horns. It was just a ton of fun. And that pretty much was the pinnacle of the group ride. Like I said, I want to make these videos about my Super 73 and not some random bike we rented from a electric bike shop. But I want to show you one more shot. We rode to the top of the parking garage and hung out there for a little bit and talked future plans for group rides. So some of the decisions that we made were things like, you know, maybe we'll do a chill night where we do open it up to all sorts of e-vehicles, and then, you know, do another night where it's a little bit more aggressive, where we're going higher speeds with higher speed capable vehicles. In fact, one guy showed up and he had a scooter, I kid you not, that could go 60 miles an hour. He bought it as well. He didn't build it. So there are scooters out there that can go that fast. Anyway, that about does it for this group ride video. I just wanted to get on here and put together a little video for you guys. It's been a while since I've posted. So I hope that you enjoyed this content. It's just a e-vehicle group ride video featuring my Super 73 S2. There were multiple Super 73s that showed up. We had an S1, a white S1 I thought looked really cool. My buddy Ben on his black S2, and then Tyler, who I mentioned at the top of this video, who was on his red RX. So it was a good time. I look forward to doing another group ride. If you are experienced in the group ride world, let me know in the comments down below. What are some things that work for your group rides that make them a success? And I'm not saying that this one wasn't a success. It was just, there are a few things we could have done a little bit better to make it more successful. Anyway, if you like this stuff, you know what to do. Hit that thumbs up button. Also, don't forget to subscribe down below and check out the links in my description. I've listed out several things that any e-bike, especially Super 73 riders, should have, as well as my $100 off to a Super 73 for yourself, and a high-speed charger from Shy Battery Systems that is an absolute necessity. So check those links out down below. Thank you for watching, and as I like to say, have a great rest of your day.